The CONCACAF Champions League, originally known as the CONCACAF Champions Cup, is an annual continental club football competition organized by the Confederation of North, Central American and Caribbean Association Football since 1962 for the top football clubs in the region. It is the most prestigious international club competition in North American football. The winner of the CONCACAF Champions League qualifies for the FIFA Club World Cup. The tournament consists of two stages. The group stage is played from August to October, in which there are 8 groups of 3 teams each. The 8 group winners enter the knockout phase, which spans March through May. Unlike its European and South American counterparts, the winners of the CONCACAF Champions League do not automatically qualify for the following season's competition. The title has been won by 28 different clubs, 17 of which have won the title more than once. Mexican clubs have accumulated the highest number of victories, with 30 titles. The second most successful league has been Costa Rica's Primera División with 6 titles in total. Mexican side Cruz Azul is the most successful club in the competition's history, having won the tournament 6 times, followed by Mexican teams Arma Copyright Rico with 5 titles and Pachuca with 4 titles. The only teams to successfully defend the trophy are Cruz Azul, Pachuca, and Monterrey. The reigning champions of the competition are Cruz Azul, after beating Toluca FC. Won a Euro-1 on aggregate with an away goal. History: the competition was initially created as a possible measure to enter the South American Copa Libertadores, a competition organized by CONMEBOL, as well as the European South American Cup, a friendly competition first contested in 1960 by the winners of UEFA's European Cup and the Copa Libertadores. Prior to 2008, the tournament was officially called the CONCACAF Champions Cup, but was usually referred to simply as the Champions Cup. The competition has had several different formats over its lifetime. From 1962 until 1995, the finalists, or clubs participating in a final round, would be decided by clubs who qualify via 2 separate brackets, a Caribbean island qualifier and a Northern Central American qualification competition. Initially, only the champions of the North American leagues participated. In 1971, the runners-up of a few North American leagues began to join and the tournament began to be expanded, incorporating round-robin group phases and more teams. After the creation of the United States Major League Soccer, the competition became a straight knockout competition from 1997 until it was revamped into the current tournament in 2008. Champions Cup era: the competition's former format, a knockout tournament called the Champions Cup, was played under a variety of formats. The last format, used from 2004 to 2008, had 8 teams competing, a Euro 4 from the North American zone, 3 from the Central American zone, and 1 from the Caribbean zone. Since 2005, the champion of the competition also gained entry into the FIFA Club World Cup, giving clubs an added incentive for a strong participation and greater interest from fans. Also, the Champions Cup runner-up would be one of the 3 CONCACAF invitees to the Copa Sudamericana. Champions League era: the CONCACAF Executive Committee at their 2006 November meeting decided to act upon a proposal, first delineated in 2003 by then-head of Special Projects Mel Brennan, at their next meeting by the CONCACAF Secretariat to develop the CONCACAF Champions a Euro unregistered trademark cup into a larger Champions League-style event. The CONCACAF Executive Committee reported on November 14, 2007 some of the details. The previous Champions Cup format was used as planned in the spring of 2008. Then, a newly expanded Champions League tournament was conducted starting in August 2008 and concluding in May 2009. The setup involves 24 teams initially and features a preliminary round contested by some of the teams to reduce the field to 16 teams, which are separated into 4 groups of 4 teams. After the group stage, the championship round are held from the quarterfinal round onward. Qualifying: the current format features 24 teams in total. The 4 teams qualifying from the United States are the MLS Cup winner, the winner of the MLS Supporters Shield, the team with the next best regular season record in the opposite conference of the Shield winner and the winner of the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. If the same team qualifies multiple times and or if a Canadian team occupies one or more of the MLS qualifying places, then the American Mills team, with the best regular season records not otherwise qualified are entered. Beginning with the 2014 to 2015 edition, the 4 U.S. berths will be awarded to the MLS Cup champion, MLS Supporters Euro unregistered trademark Shield winner, the MLS club with the best regular season record in the conference opposite the Supporters Euro unregistered trademark Shield winner, and the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup champion. The qualification method for the third berth listed above replaces the slot previously awarded to the MLS Cup runner-up. The team qualifying from Canada is the winner of the Canadian Championship. Canadian sides cannot qualify for the CONCACAF Champions League through MLS, even if they win the MLS Cup or the Supporters' Shield. A one-time exception to this rule is for the CONCACAF 2015 to 2016 Champions League, due to the shift in the time frame of the Canadian Championship that year. Instead, the best Canadian team in the MLS 2014 regular season earns the lone Canadian berth for the 2015 Euro 16 tournament. Stadium standards. If a club fails to meet the standards for its home stadium, the club must find a suitable stadium in its own country, and if the club fails to provide the adequate facilities, it runs the risk of being replaced by another team. Real Estelí of Nicaragua failed stadium requirements and was replaced by another team for the 2009-10 and 2010-11 seasons. Estadio Independencia in Nicaragua has since been renovated, including upgrades to stadium lighting, and Nicaraguan teams now participate. The qualifying team from Belize has failed stadium requirements and has been replaced by another team in each season from 2009 October to the present. If one or more of the 12 Central American clubs is precluded, it will be supplanted by a club from the best Central American League, based on results from the current Champions League. If any Caribbean club is precluded, it will be supplanted by the club who finished fourth in the CFU Club Championship. Format. New for the 2012-13 format, all 24 teams in the event will be drawn straight into the group stage. Each of the 8 groups will have 3 teams. United States and Mexican sides cannot be drawn into the same group. Each group winner will then advance to the quarterfinals, which proceed unchanged from previous versions of the event. Finals, the abbreviation AGGR, represents the aggregate score across 2 matches. One no-final match was held. The championship was decided by a final round. 2 championship won due to withdrawal and/or disqualification of all other teams. 3 Universidad de Guadalajara, Communications and Defense Force were all declared joint winners after the final tournament was cancelled due to administrative problems and disagreements on match dates. Finals, records and statistics. Winners, shows teams which won at least 2 titles. Top 10 countries, records and statistics. Top countries, best result by country. Notes, Nicaragua has an automatic berth in the Champions League, but no Nicaraguan club has advanced to the knockout rounds. Nicaragua's only team to participate in the Champions League, Real Estelí, has yet to win a match in Champions League group play. Results by country. Results are listed in the wins-losses-draws format. Numbers in parentheses are average points. Results include matches from preliminary rounds, group play, and knockout play. Penalty shootout considered a separate event from the match which preceded it. See also, Inter-American Cup, CONCACAF Giants Cup, CONCACAF Cup Winners' Cup, North American Superliga, Football Continental Championships. References. CONCACAF Club Competitions of RSSSF, external links, CONCACAF official site.